Hey guys, this is William. I'm doing another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel, and I saw we hit I think 100 subscribers yesterday, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, my goal is that I'll upload a video every day this week. Unfortunately, I'm having some internet issues as of this recording, but what I'm doing is recording it locally, and then my internet seems okay enough to play, but just not good enough to stream it, so I'll be uploading this to YouTube later. But yeah, not too much that you guys need to worry about. But yeah, look forward to that. Hopefully I'll do some more, do lots of videos this week. Hopefully the site is nice and active so that it's not a trouble. Alright, I can get this draft started. So I'm playing EIK France WM deck with Nimlach, Montu, and Bigfoot. So let's take a look at this. So I see Animal Breeder. Animal Breeder is really strong. Tutor also quite good, and Landscape Gardener is also good. I think though the best card for me is going to be Animal Breeder, especially because I'm likely to be able to get Tanner on my second go around. And when I get the Tanner, I can use it pretty easily to get some bonus points from eating animals. So my first pick, Animal Breeder. Oh, things loading a little slower than normal. Yeah, having some internet problems. Hmm. There we go. Starting to load better. Just one moment. Okay, so the best card in this pile looks like Hoarder, although Plow Driver is quite good. The problem is Plow Driver and Animal Breeder don't really go that well together. Um, you want to do they make you want to do two different things at once. So I think the pick here is Hoarder. Um, yeah, even if you only get 3 points out of Hoarder, it's still a pretty good card. All right, next pick, I think Parquet Setter, maybe Berry Picker, probably one of those two. Hmm. Hmm. I will need a ton of wood, so Berry Picker wouldn't be too bad. It's also a nice and easy thing to play early on. Parquet Setter I think is a bit stronger if I'm going to plow one by one, but Berry Picker is a very decent amount of food. Because I'm going to have to take wood a bunch of times this game. I think I'll take Berry Picker. Hmm. This is a bit of an interesting thing. So Seed Seller is quite a good card. Even if you only play it for the grain, it still turns out quite well. Um, Storehouse Minder can situationally be really good, especially with the Hoarder. I can use it to get one of each, at least one of each resource, and then you put those on the Hoarder. I think though the pick here is going to be Perpetual Student. Now, Berry Picker does have a timing on it, but I think I'm going to need to take wood all throughout the game, so Perpetual Student is worth grabbing here. Um, Getting 3 food every time you play an Ock is really strong, and I'm likely to want to play all my occupations. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Tutor came all the way back, which I was not expecting. Tutor's great. So yeah, I'm not going to take Tanner, I'm going to take Tutor. So Tutor and Perpetual Student are a little awkward because I definitely want to play Normally I would want to play Perpetual Student first, but to get the food over a bonus point, 3 food over a bonus point early on is a good trade-off in stage 1. But of course I won't get the food if I don't random tutor, so I think the way that it'll work out is that I play tutor, then I'll play Perpetual Student, and then I'll start randoming the rest of the way. So I want to try to take cards that are going to be worth being played at any time. Um, so Pig Breeder, for example, at least will give me a boar. So it'll be some food, and if the breeding happens, great. It should happen with Animal Breeder. There's no reason that I shouldn't get the breeding aspect out of Pig Breeder. So yeah, that looks like a good pick. So this is kind of I actually probably have enough bonus points in my actually I definitely have enough bonus points in my occupations from tutor and hoarder that I could afford to win with minimalist. So only got if I only built a cooking hearth and that was the only way that I fed, the only improvement I built, I would get some bonus points from minimalist. Now that being said, um, estate manager could only be worth at most 3 points, and minimalist could be, well, worst case it's worth 0. Hmm. I think it's worth taking minimalist here, just in case, even if I don't plan on playing it. Um, I mean, I can play only 3 improvements. That's not so difficult to stay at, like cooking hearth, and then 2 decent minor improvements like a plow, and then something worth some points. And then I can try to hopefully take passing stuff. Because if I'm playing lots of occupations, and I mostly want to take resources, I think. Alright, let's take a look at this. So Bakehouse is a card that's really good with Minimalist. 5 points for 1 minor, for 1 improvement. Very much worth being played. Um, Not going to take Attic. Not going to take Bakehouse this time around. I think, yeah, I do really need a plow though. I think I'll need a plow quite badly. I could take Corn Sheaf here. Corn Sheaf goes with Minimalist, but Corn Sheaf probably will come all the way back around. And I think Clay Path is quite a good card. It's 3 clay for 3 points. And so, hmm, cards that only give me points are not quite as good with Minimalist. Hmm, maybe I should take Corn Sheaf. I could take Ceramics and just totally ignore Minimalist. But what oven am I likely to play? I'm not really that likely to play an oven. I think I take clay path because it's the best card in the pile by a decent amount, and whether I play it or not can be determined later. Maybe I'll get lucky and I won't random minimalist until like one of my 6th or 7th occupations, at which point I can decide if I want to play it or not. Yes, this is one of the reasons that minimalist stinks, is because miners are good. For example, oh man, do I want to pass glassblower's shop to whoever gets the ceramics? Hmm. Getting the pottery for free twice is pretty strong. Flower pots is a very good minor improvement. Very good minor improvement. I'll take glassblower's shop on the second go around if it's still there. Here, none of these are amazing. Honeymoon might be good for me if I only need to plow sow at the end of the game. It's too hard to say. It's too hard to guess now whether I'll want to play honeymoon or not. Backdoor can be okay. Yeah, and it's passing, so it works with minimalist. I think though I'll take Winter Deadwood, just because it's a super flexible card. Um, Very flexible. It can work with minimalist, or I can pay wood for a point, either of which are fine. Well, I said I needed a plow. Problem is Rotterdam plow is not all that good of a plow. Um, I there's no way I can pass milking stool with animal breeder, right? Like I have to take milking stool, I think. Um, yeah, I think I have to take milking stool, just because it's going to be worth so many points for me. And then here, I'll take corn sheaf. Probably will be 2 points and some food. Yeah, so just in case I wasn't clear there, so the reason I have to take milking stool is because I have animal breeder. So normally the earliest time you can get cattle is in stage 4, but I have a way of buying 2 cattle anytime with animal breeder. Now, I might not get it going before round 9 or round 10, but even then I can get a breeding pair and I can have played my milking stool already so that I get food from the cattle that the harvest immediately after I buy them. And then if I can make milking stool be worth 3 bonus points at the end, that'll be really strong. So yeah. So my thinking is probably like definitely 3 rooms, maybe a fourth clay room. 3 rooms. Probably my third room will be built as a wood room, but if I could build it as a clay room and not set me too far back, that would be great, because then I would save on wood. Mm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, fruitcake is great. Fruitcake is a great card. Do I really want to pass glassblower shop to... Yeah, I don't want to pass glassblower shop. The other thing is encircling wall is pretty good. With animal breeder. It it's 4 stone, which is expensive, but I'm not planning on using stone otherwise. I don't think I'll renovate to a stone house. So if I could get a big stone action, encircling wall would be very, very good. Fruitcake is really strong as well. So I could hate draft Glassblower's Shop, or I can take Encircling Wall or Fruitcake, both of which are good cards. I think Fruitcake is the least likely to be useful for me. I think I'm going to try for Encircling Wall. And then here, do I want to play Harrow? I don't think you gain enough from Harrow yourself. I think I'm not going to play it. I think I'll just try to get my two fields, and then I'll do fence 8 spaces, and then maybe have 2 unused or 2 that I cover with stables. Or hopefully I'll just get on the plow 1 field action, space a bunch of times. Am I likely to use Honeymoon though? Okay, so Honeymoon. Hmm. What are the odds that I lose points because of Honeymoon? Like if I lose actions and end up having to eat other stuff, it's not good. So if I get all my fencing done before round 13 and all I want to do here is plow sow, then I think Honeymoon is okay. Should have taken Estate Manager. I think Minimalist will be worth nothing for me because I got a bunch of good improvements. Yeah, I don't think I want to play Harrow anyways. The 2 food is not enough compensation for giving people an extra action, especially when the game is so plow light. And I start second, so that's pretty good for me. So first action of the game, play tutor. And I'm going to move this over to the other screen. So yeah, play tutor first so that I then play perpetual student, and then I can start randoming after that. So I definitely want to get a good clay action, a couple good clay actions in early. I want to be able to play flower pots as well as get a oven, get a cooking hearth. Not an oven, sorry. Montu plays seed cellar. So that's good. I was afraid Bigfoot would have seed cellar and then he would do the ceramics play. Uh, any reason for me to do anything other than 2 wood? I could plow here. 2 wood is not that strong of an action. I could try to wait until my berry picker comes. But it puts me towards that room, so yeah, I guess I want to be able to get wood rooms. Hmm. Yeah, so who knows? Maybe I won't play flower pots. Maybe I'll play milking stool, encircling wall, and cooking hearth. And those will be my 3 improvements, in which case minimalist would still be worth 2 points. Yeah, yeah, that might be a good way to go. Because if flower pots is good, but I need to get it out, is the problem. We'll see. Either way, no matter what, minimalist will be worth a food and points. So if I random it early, I'm not too fussed. So with that plow, pretty clear to me that Montu has the Rotterdam plow. So that's good. And also he's plowing early, so that means that there's going to be less plow pressure on the rest of us. So I want to use the cheap occupation space there because it's very unlikely that I'm going to get cheap spot back if I leave it open because a free occupation is pretty tempting. Yeah, I would think that Nimlach will play an occupation here. If not, yeah, wow, I guess I should have gone the other way. So I could plow here, I could starting player, or I could just play an occupation. Yeah, I think I'll just play an occupation. See what I hit. Maybe I get lucky and hit berry picker. No, I hit hoarder. So I get a food and another point. So yeah, maybe I should have gone greedy and left the cheap occupation space unoccupied, because then I would have saved myself a food. But having to pay 0 food for an occupation versus paying 1 is pretty significant, because maybe these guys are not that happy with their ox, but they'll definitely want to play at least 1 or 2, and maybe they're just trying to hold on and wait and see. Yeah, I want to get that berry picker out. Having hoarder out nice and early is not bad as well, because part of the sometimes people don't get 5 points from hoarder because they don't play them in by stage 3, like because that's often a time that you're getting your food engine up and running, or you're having difficulty with that third harvest. That's often a very difficult harvest. Ooh, reed buyer. Okay. This is surprising. Um Also extremely annoying. So yeah, I'm gonna have to plan on. I'm surprised Bigfoot's playing it. Um, Usually the buyers are not that good. Like the value you get out of them is low unless you play them really well. So we'll see. We'll have to see. But if he annoys everyone else and makes it so that no one else can ever get reed to build rooms, well then it'll be pretty strong. Fortunately, I only planned on needing about 4 reed all game. One for the hoarder, one for Reno to clay, and then 2 for 1 room. So yeah. Oh, looks like my internet's having some issues. Alright, I'll try to get this sorted out. Just putting the screen off while I figure messing with my settings a little. So I'm still here, you just won't see anything. Uh, there we go, looks like I should be loading back in. Sorry about that. I'll grab 4 clay. Largest action space available. Don't think I'll need to be taking food because John is going to put a ton of food into the game, which definitely lessens the power of Perpetual Student, because Perpetual Student gets a bunch of food as well. Maybe I'll stay on 2 rooms all game. It is possible. I think it's probably unlikely that I would win. There's Basket Maker for John's War, or Bigfoot. So that, yeah, makes a bit more sense. But he has use for all that extra read. I mean, of course he has use for all that extra read. He wouldn't have played it otherwise, but... Good things to take note of. So I don't really have anything that I want to do here. And the largest accumulation space is clay. So I think I'm going to take clay. So the thing is, minimalist goes really well with a 2-person game. Maybe. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll stay on 2 people and only play Milking Stool, maybe Encircling Wall, and Cooking Hearth. Stay on 2 people, get a ton of bonus until I hit Family Growth without room, and then get a ton of bonus points from Tutor, Hoarder, and Minimalist. It might work. Although in such a food-heavy game, usually you want to be doing not that. You want to be growing because Breed Buyer is going to put a bunch of food into the game. So I play Animal Breeder, miss on my another miss on my Berry Picker. Would have liked to have played that. So I'd like to take Reed with my second action, so hopefully one of these guys grabs Reedstone Food or 2 Reed, and then I'll take the other action space. Yeah. Otherwise, maybe I'll build a cooking hearth. Because if I build a cooking hearth, then Nimlach might not be able to build a room with his first action in round 5. He'll have to decide between that and sheep. Not that I need the sheep necessarily, but I guess I could do starting player. If 2 Reed doesn't get taken, I'll do starting player, play flower pots, and yeah, starting player flower pots. I gotta think about this. I could play starting player milking stool or starting player corn sheaf, or even winter deadwood. Winter deadwood would get me a wood. Corn sheaf would get me a grain. Flower pots gets me a point and 2 grain, but it increases my miner count, which I maybe don't want to do this game. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what comes to me. Oh, Montu's playing greenhouse. Okay, so starting player is not an option for me anyways. So I think since I have 7 clay and 2 wood already, I probably want to build my first room as a clay room. And if that sets me back a little, it'll be okay. Test. No, I'm disconnected. Yeah, my internet is really not doing well. Oh, there we go. Am I back? Yeah, I'm back. Hopefully I didn't slow down the game too much. Oh, come on. Load board. Load. I think it's time to switch over to something else. Just gonna connect. Okay. Hopefully this will be more stable. I'm gonna switch over to my mobile. Hopefully this connection will be more stable. I don't have unlimited data, but yeah, this is being too slow. And here, read stone food. So I'll do stone, food, food, food. So if Nimlach hadn't taken those sheep, I maybe would have considered, oh, Bigfoot takes 2 reed. What a greedy guy. Has no need for him. Okay, my new priority is acquiring, I need to feed 4. My new priority is acquiring wood, because I might not get a family, might not build a room this game. So yeah, take 3 wood whenever it's available, definitely more if it's available. Feed with perpetual student for as long as I can, and try to take advantage of minimalist. Minimalist, hoarder, tutor, animal breeder. Those should be enough to get me. That should be enough to get me enough points to win, or to be competitive. Like I could probably score in the mid 40s, and Bigfoot's gonna drag everyone down below that, I would think. Oh, ladder. That's really nice. Nice counter to the reed buyer. Yeah. So it might be that Nimlach has a great game and all the rest of us suffer. Well, who knows? Maybe Bigfoot will have a great game too. I can't say one way or the other. This is a game where you wish you took, I wish I had taken like passing mine or reed exchange, for example, with my minimalist. Because, yeah, acquiring that reed is going to be painful. So what's interesting to me now is to know, was Basket Maker enough impetus for Bigfoot to take a reed buyer, or to play a reed buyer? I can understand taking it and saying, maybe it'll turn out, but playing it is what I'm interested in. Did he have more support than that? Here I'm gonna play another Auk, and I hit Pig Breeder. So now I'm started to get into the now I'm starting to get into the territory where Berry Picker has pretty diminishing returns. I guess I've only taken wood twice. I'll still need to take wood like 3 or 4 more times throughout the game at least. But so it'll be like a five food and a point action. That's the way I can look at it. Minimalist, maybe a point. Bigfoot plays house steward. Okay, so now it's making a lot more sense. Okay, house steward, reed buyer. That makes a lot more sense. I think Windows Update is downloading on my mobile, downloading stuff while I'm on my mobile thing, which is annoying. I wish I wish there was I'm sure there is, like a convenient setting to say no, don't do any background app downloads or anything right now. Nimlach grabbing 4 wood instead of starting player. I'll take 3 wood. Oh, I should have a boar on my farm from Pig Breeder. So yeah, if I want to buy cattle once and maximize cattle points, I need to breed 4 times. So that means in round 8 or round 9, I need to do my first, that means I need to do my first, fencing and then. Yeah, I think encircling, if I don't end up, Montu helping out Nimlach there. Not that it's terrible, but he's hoping to get the 3 reed when it gets there. I really don't have anything that I want to do particularly badly. I can fence. Yeah, I can fence here, and that would be alright. I'm gonna want to fence big pastures. How am I gonna fill up my farm? Just start plowing a bunch? Well, I think I can do this for now. Fence that and then buy a pair of cattle. Yeah, okay, let's try this. I don't really think two people strategies work, especially without Cowboy and Mother. I think Cowboy and Mother is pretty much a prerequisite, but we'll give this a shot, see how well I can do. Hopefully the other people have enough trouble that I can be competitive. So I think for the rest of the game, my actions are plow, and if I can't plow, take wood, and if there's no wood available, take plow. That'll be, and then maybe play two more occupations. That'll be all I do for the rest of the game. And family growth, if family growth without room is available to me. So yeah, if I have 6 points from tutor, 5 points from hoarder, um, 6 points, uh, yeah, 6 points, maybe four from minim. Let's assume four from minimalist. So two occupations. So what was that? 6 plus 4 plus 5, 15. And then another 3 points from milking stool, 18. Um, Let me double check how Sunday Worker works. Oh, Sunday Worker. Double action. Golem. No, it doesn't say how it interacts with any of the buyers. Yeah, it looks good to me. Um, hmm. Actually, actually, I'm not sure about. I don't need to worry about it too much. I should keep playing. It's not really that important. So yeah, my thinking is, if I do one more fence action, why do I keep typing Sunday school? I want to type Sunday worker. Uh, on any accumulation space, double the amount of goods and or food taken regardless of type. For example, food left by woodworker, or foreman will be doubled. Yeah, it just depends on what you take. I don't know. I won't. Yeah, it's weird. John took played backdoor. That's interesting to me. What space did he play it on? Must have played it on major. Or no, starting player. Okay. So he gets his 2 growth this hmm. Second action for me, play an occupation or plow. Probably plow. I want to start getting those plows going. So one problem with how I fenced is that it means I'm more limited on the number of fence actions I can do. So for example, if I want to cover 6 spaces, I can only activate Animal Breeder one more time. If I want to cover these though, I can activate it twice more because I can do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Probably I won't have the actions to do it that many more times, however, so it might be a non-issue. I'm doing Reedstone food here since Reed has been taken. I feed 4, breed. So if I can get a second Reed, I can grow. I should, yeah. I shouldn't choose to not grow if I have the option, because growing is obviously important, and none of my cards are actually tied to me staying on 2 people. The only reason I was saying I would stay on 2 people is because it might be more work to get the readout than is worth it, to get the amount of read required. But if that's not the case, then I should definitely be growing. I also want to start using my hoarder every round now, or every harvest. Looks like Montu's able to double build. Hmm. My plows are going to be pretty important, I think. Could have built pottery there. Reno play pottery. Hmm. Thing is, if I play pottery, I need to do another Reedstone food action, which isn't too bad. And I can convert clay a couple times for food if I need it. Okay, maybe I'll do that. Second action, Reno pottery. Because Montu getting free pottery is quite nice. So I wouldn't mind denying that from him. But am I destroying myself by not building a cooking hearth? Because I could do a cooking hearth. The other thing is pottery makes it a lot more difficult for me to build a clay room. Basically, if I build pottery, I'm giving up on the clay room. I think Reno here makes sense either way. Mm. It's got to load those clay rooms. Yeah, I was just totally unprepared for read buyer. Not getting a single read action before read buyer came out is really bad for me. And then of course Bigfoot doing the oh, he gets lasso. Wow, that's just crazy. So Nimlach has to take 4 sheep here because if Bigfoot gets 4 sheep or 5 sheep next round, I think it's over. He could starting player and then get 5 sheep. Wonder what he's doing. Fencing. Okay, that's a mistake. Well, whatever. Played 150 games. He should know better. Big mistake there by Nimlach. Letting the person who's grown twice already get a 10 food action. Yeah, Pretty sure John Bigfoot's got this, but we'll carry on. I think the best thing I can do is try to slow down people getting wood. So I can eat a clay, and then my other action I'll probably do starting player milking stool. Yeah, plow got taken, and my milking stool needs to be played at some point. May as well play it now. It's just one, right? Yeah, just one wood. And I'll hoard a clay. So if I do another perpetual student play, that'll give me another 2 food. And then I can eat another clay, and that'll be enough for the next harvest. And then after that, I don't know, maybe I get a big fishing grab or something. So I need to fence this round, and I want to fence such that I can have room to breed boar in round 12. Or I guess it doesn't matter unless I get boar some other way. I guess I don't have any food to buy animals with. So there's no point in fencing until I get some food. Yeah, so building pottery and not cooking hearth was a big mistake. So I want to set myself up so that I can fence in round 12, and I'll fence and buy boar, and then I'll have room. Although if I do that, I miss out on one cattle breed. But that's okay. It cost me 1 food, which shouldn't matter in the long run. I don't think it will. So I could play 4 food traveling players, or I can play perpetual student occupation, trading off 2 food for a point. Points are good. That's pretty good play. Yeah, it's pretty good play. Problem is, I don't think his cat lover is going to be useful. But, oh well. Um, so at the end of round, before it, so I need another, I'll buy boar. Yeah. And then maybe I'll take a sheep. Taking sheep will only be worth 2 points. Yeah. Uh, hmm. I only have 2 more actions before this next harvest. I hoard a wood, 2 food and a clay. I do need to go on Reedstone Food sometime in order to get other stuff. I'm not sure. I don't know. I didn't really plan on doing this kind of game. I think pottery was a mistake though. Yeah, because I'm gonna have to do food actions. So, mm, it'll mean that I have to take food instead of doing more plowing, for example. But I might not have plowed that much more anyways. Because, like, I have to do a reed stone food action, for example, at a time when I can get both reed and stone, like when the reed buyer definitely cannot buy the reed from me. Although if the reed buyer does buy it from me, it's another 2 foods, so... How much space will I have on my farm? I can hold an animal of size 5 and then up to 10 of another type of animal. Like, I like the wealthy European play. Oh, if he gets well too, yeah, that's quite good. Getting well instead of family growthing this round might be good. Yeah, I guess if Nimlach has all the cards that counter Reed Buyer, namely Ladder and Cat Lover, that's handy for sure. Oh wow, this is really good. Really good for Bigfoot. Good for him. He's made it work. Made Reed Buyer work. Maybe. I mean, Nimlach needs he does have some animals already, so fencing late is not so big a concern for him. So yeah, maybe Nimlach can challenge. He does have 5 rooms as well. So yeah, actually, I would have to say Nimlach's probably in pole position now over Bigfoot, although that plow driver is pretty huge for Bigfoot. He doesn't really have any points, like the well is huge for Nimlach. Now, he doesn't really have a way of I guess animals. He has animals. Uh, yeah, the wealthy European cat. I'm not so sold on cat lover, but the wealthy European play is really good. It's really good in this game in particular when you can get resources that are needed, that are being not that he used it to get reed, but that he used it to get other resources. And because I haven't taken reed all game, I've just been taking wood, which makes it harder for the other players to take wood. Yeah. This is probably Reno cooking hearth. Yeah. Mm, I guess I have enough food that I could fence here. I could also fence with my second action. Yeah, I think plowing here is okay. Because I can fence second action, and I get 2 food from a milking stool, and I can eat a eat a clay, and that's enough to feed. I guess they all need wood. Now, Nimlach, I could look at him like he has 6 in his supply already, so that's something. Bigfoot has 4. Montu only has 3. So I have to hope that Montu takes wood aggressively. Because if he takes wood aggressively, that will slow down the other players. Okay, starting player, yeah, I see. I get it. But it uses more of his wood, which he can't really afford to do. He needs that wood for fencing, because he doesn't have any. I think building the 4th room, well, I don't know. I shouldn't lecture any of the other players, because I'm pretty much just messing around this game. But that's kind of what happens. Nimlach gonna double grow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. He uses abandoned willow. The plow actions should be plentiful. I don't know. It's difficult to say. Um, I can fence or I can occupation. I guess I'll fence. Get my board going. So fence, that was 9. And I hoard a wood. And I'll buy 2 boar, which becomes 4. I eat a clay and milking stool, and that's my harvest there. I should take, if wood ever gets to 4, I should take wood, um, if I can, just to deny it from the other players, and also because then I can build stables, which will let me hold more animals. Because at this rate, my pigs are going to breed in round 12, and then they're going to fill up this space. And I also want to have the cattle go to 6. So I want my boar to go to 7. I want my cattle to go to 6. And I don't really have a way of making that happen. So maybe I should have bought sheep there. So I had one boar, and this will let me get to 3 points for sure, maybe to 4 points. So that's a 3-point action. Now sheep would have gone from -1 to 2, so that's a 3-point action. Yeah, it's a 3-point action as long as I get my board to the maximum, which I'm not sure that I will. We'll see. If I had a way of eating animals, then it would be no problem. I also start getting 3 food from my milking stool now. So the breedstone food getting me 1 food is enough to feed the next harvest. And then hopefully towards the end of the game I can do a clay action, which will be worth 2 points and some food or 3 points. I also can first action starting player corn sheaf and use the starting player to get family growth. Now Nimlach is at 5 people. Bigfoot and Montu are both at 4 people. So I think family growth is not as important for them as it will be for me. I don't know. I do not know. So what's the next drop off for minimalist? Playing the third miner takes me 2 points away, and honeymoon, yeah, honeymoon will only be worth 3 points in that case. Yeah, probably not worth playing. That'd be the only occupation I have that'd be maybe worthwhile. So if I hit like 42, I'll be pretty happy with this game. I can look, what am I at now? 13 plus 5 from my tutor and 2 from my hoarder. So I'm at 20 plus 2 from my milking stool, 22. So what are my actions that are going to get me? Oh, and then I also have minimalist, which is worth 4, 24. Yeah, so I need to make about, if I get, will 2 points per action be enough even? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and then 2 more breeds, 14. Yeah, so I probably can get 15 more points for sure, but I'm not sure that I'll get any more than that. So I think Nimlach needs to plow here, in which case I'll take 4 wood. Oh, he's starting player. Oh, he's got a plow. That's good. Montu will definitely plow if Nimlach does not. So I think I want to take wood. Because it'll be 2 actions for 2 points plus 2 extra points from holding animals. So yeah, I think that it'll be 2 points each move. I would like for someone to take 2 reed. That would be cool if someone could do that so that I could do reedstone food. No? Okay. Pretty sure the reed will be worth some points anyways. I could take vegetable. I don't know. So I need to get a reed somehow in the last 2 rounds. Because I'll hoard stone. Well, I guess I don't need to, but getting reed will be another 2-point action. So I have a ton of 2-point actions. Plow, vegetable, grain. Family growth will probably be better than 2 points. At least I get family growth first action next round. So that's pretty good. Yeah, it gives me an extra action. So I can do first action family growth, second action starting player corn sheaf. Corn sheaf will get me 2 points, and then I can family growth again in round 14. Oh, I need to build stables as well. I don't need to do it now though. I can do it in the last round. Okay. Yeah, I can hold on to that. Hold on to that option. So Nimlach and Montu are competing for the second plow, another plow action. So hopefully Nimlach first action plows here, and then Montu will go for plow in round 14, so that Nimlach only gets 1 use of his moldboard plow. That'd be pretty handy. Oh, my board can breed now, actually. So to get to 7 boar, I actually need to build stables next round. And Montu plays Basket Maker's Workshop. Hilarious. Hilarious that he gets it and not the player who plays Reed Buyer. Silly Reed Buyer. I like the conservator plow driver play though. That's really good. Quite strong. Yeah, small family growth. And then second action build stables, I think. So it means I won't be able to starting player, but in the last round I should have a ton of actions that are worth a bunch of points. So, yay. A third person. Bigfoot starting player, fruitcake. So that he can plow sow in the last round, I'm sure. Or maybe to have his fencing be really secure. Yeah, probably to plow sow. I would imagine we see him take well, yeah, well, he'll take vegetable this round. So maybe I should take vegetable to block him. Take away some points. Maybe someone else will. Oh, of course, Montu doesn't want to plow anymore. He might, actually. Sunday worker plow sow would be 4 points for him. So it would cover 4 spaces. I don't know. So I can do 2 food, milk, forward S. I should actually take my food off if I'm going to feed it. So I need to get 2 more food in the last round. So for example, if I took Reed and then John bought from me, or else if I take 8 clay, or ideally 8 clay, but probably it'll end up being 6 clay. 6 clay will be 2 points and 2 food. So yeah, I'm set for feeding. Unless I grow again, which taking clay would be taking 8 clay and probably taking 6 clay, both of which would be better than family growth. Yeah, Bigfoot took thing. Playing joinery. So I guess he's given up on fencing again. Which is interesting. They've pretty much all given up on fencing with all the wood rooms they built. Yeah. Downside of only playing two people. The other downside of staying so low is that you don't get to do very much playing. You have to do a lot of sitting around and waiting. So yeah, this is a very poor strategy. I do not recommend doing this. I did it just because with Hoarder, Tutor, Minimalist, I figured I could get more points from giving up on building rooms rather than fighting. I wouldn't have fought with Nimlach so much because Nimlach got the early Reedstone food and had ladder, but Montu and I would have just scrapped with each other to get Reed, and then we both would have lost if I had competed with him to get Reed. So it's better just not compete with them. So that was the determination that I made, at least. That it was better just to say, okay, you can do whatever. So I got lots of 2-point actions: grain, vegetable, sheep, plow. Those are all 2-point actions. Taking 8 clay is my only 3-point action because I think taking family growth will only be a 2-point action. It'll actually probably be worse than a 2-point action because I'll then have to spend an action getting food, which I wouldn't have had to do otherwise. Taking Reed. Now, if I get Reed and John buys for me, then family growth is good. Or Bigfoot, not John. Why do I keep saying John? I think because I played with John a bunch of times recently, and for some reason I have those two linked in my head, which I don't particularly know why, but and Nimlach gets his other plow, so that's good. So family growth, 8 clay, Reedstone food that gets purchased is my best scenario, I think. Actually, does the reed getting bought matter? No, I need the reed not to get bought. Okay, right. I need the reed not to get bought. Either way, I think 8 clay is a pretty important move for me. And then Reedstone food that doesn't get bought, and then family growth. That's the way I get the most points. But probably I don't get family growth because probably um, Bigfoot grows ahead of me. Yeah, good job for Bigfoot. Doesn't have a lot of improvement points or bonus points, but he has a pretty farm. 5 fields, lots of crops, all the types of animals, 4 fences. Yeah, pretty over. It's good. I mean, he did it well. I was super annoyed, of course, because Reed Buyer messed me up quite a bit. Now, Reedstone Food, if the reed gets bought, then it's not worth any points to me. So I guess that means I should not. Yeah, I guess that means I should not risk it. If I lose by 1 point, then I screwed up big time, but I don't think I'm going to lose by 1 point. I think it's going to be a bit more than that. So I get 3 points from that. I get, what, 4 points from Minimalist? I get 3 points from Hoarder. I get 5 points from my tutor. For a spectacularly terrible game by me. Well, not spectacularly terrible. I might hit 40, but I mean, the winner's going to have 48. What's Bigfoot got? Probably 48. Yeah, 43, and then House Steward. Yeah, 46. I've got much less than that. So I have 8, 11, 15 bonus points. I have one more action. So I do that. I eat a food, a clay, and milk. FC milk. And there's my final farm. I can breed cattle one more time if I so desire. It doesn't particularly matter. So I have whatever my final score is plus 15. 28 plus 15, so I score 43. So I score 43, which is respectable, but not enough. Yeah. 2 more fields that needed to be plowed. Another reed was needed for another 2 points. I didn't have a vegetable, so yeah, I was a couple actions short. Milking stool ended up being a bunch of food, and the was worth 1 point. Yeah, because I lose a point. I lost 2 points from minimalist, which I gained back from the bonus points. So yeah, it was worth a good amount of food though throughout the game. Pottery is probably the most suspect move because the pottery pushed me towards doing the wood and 2 stables. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see what final scores the other players have. Oh, right, Bigfoot doesn't have House Steward. Yeah, Nimlach's got House Steward. So pretty sure Nimlach's... He's got 2 more moves. He needs some food. He's getting it a... He's got 7. Just took a cattle. So yeah, I'm interested to see how the other people. So Bigfoot ended with 48, 45. Looks like Nimlach's at a similar number. Yeah, Nimlach's at gotta eat 1 point. No, he doesn't have to eat any points. Yeah, so Nimlach's at 45, so he ties. They tie for the win, and then Montu's at 34. So I beat Montu by like 9 points, but then I lose to Nimlach and Bigfoot by 2 points, which is kind of what I figured was going to happen. Nimlach had the best way around Reed Buyer, and then of course Bigfoot. Bigfoot, the conservator plow driver play was quite good. So yeah, only being 2 points off the win really sucks. Holy. Yeah, so I hate I hate Reed Buyer. Yeah, yeah, so what Ad Hoc is saying, I totally agree with. Nimlach, he's saying whoever has the way around the Reed Buyer is going to win. And that was Nimlach because he had the ladder. So then so that basically Nimlach was going to win. Um, and then if Nimlach doesn't give up that 10 sheep grab, then he basically let Bigfoot back in the game. Um, yeah, done. I shouldn't complain anymore. Um, yep. Well, I managed 43, so that's something. Nimlach does pass. Um, Nimlach passed me some good cards, like Hoarder, for example. Um, I wonder when. I should take a quick look at the draft to see where Cowboy and Mother started. Um, the, uh, 279843. I don't think I saw Cowboy and Mother. Um, yeah, let's take a look at this draft. I took Hoarder over Plow Driver. If I'd been able to get that second read, Plow Driver would have been amazing. Um, I could have done plow driver instead of pottery, although I needed pottery for the food, so yeah. That's interesting to me. Hoarder's pretty low. I took berry picker here over parquet setter. Parquet setter is ranked a bit higher, and parquet setter would have given me some wood and food, some wood and maybe one or two food. Perpetual student, pretty easy pick. Tutor, very easy pick. Can't believe tutor got all the way around. Minimalist is point 0.3 above estate manager, so that's interesting. Yeah, clay path, best card by power. Flower pots is actually behind fruitcake by power. That's really interesting. I wouldn't have been able to play fruitcake, but it's good to keep it in mind. Winter deadwood, best card by power in this pile, which is pretty interesting. Milking stool, easy pick. Corn sheaf, easy pick. Fruitcake again is ranked pretty highly. Oh, okay. Let's look at the other players' starting hands. I know Bigfoot first picked House Steward, yeah, over Perpetual Student, which is interesting to me. So that means Montu must have second picked Cowboy and Mother. What was in my fourth pile? Perpetual Student? If he takes Cowboy and Mother over Perpetual Student, I might have taken Cowboy and Mother. Yeah. What else was in this pile? Wealthiest European, which got taken. So it would have been between Seed Seller and Cowboy and Mother. Would I have taken Cowboy and Mother? If it was like fifth, sixth or seventh, definitely. Not, probably not at fourth pick though. So he took it second pick and passed Wealthiest European, which with the evening prayer was really good. All right, enough. I don't need to worry about this anymore. I mean, I managed 43. So then we're talking ad hoc and Bigfoot are talking about how. So Bigfoot's saying, "Oh, I had good combo, basket maker plus reed buyer, but the thing is, two occupations to net two food per harvest, and the cost is that you give up a bunch of food to your opponents." So yeah, so what I was saying in the mid game is exactly that. That the player that has the way around reed buyer is like so like Nimlach had ladder, right? And that was his way around reed buyer. He had two ways around reed buyer, but he used ladder the most. And he already had two reed at that point. So yeah, yeah. It's funny that Montu played Basket Maker's Workshop. I think that's really funny. I'm sort of glad he took it away from Bigfoot, although I don't know if Bigfoot would have even bought it because the rest of us stopped taking other stuff. Anyways, that's enough for me. This is something second. Um, Yeah, don't need to focus on that anymore. Thanks for watching. I think this is, I don't know, is this day 2 or 3 of my... I'm gonna try to do a video every week, every day this week. So, cause we got 100 subs. That's pretty cool. I don't know if this is day 2 or 3. I can't remember if I recorded 2 days ago. I definitely did yesterday. So yeah, this has been fun. Thank you very much for watching. I do normally broadcast live on Twitch, but I haven't in this case because of because my internet problems. But I'll probably get them sorted out tonight, and then should be back to streaming. Yeah, I'll probably stream when I play tomorrow. So yeah, I'll plan on streaming tomorrow around like 1 o'clock Eastern, maybe 12 Eastern, something like that. So yeah, thanks very much. I'll see you guys next time.